welcome back. I hope you're all doing well, and this is yet another episode of Tea with Rosie. Unfortunately today I don't have tea. I've got my happy cup as usual, but it's only got water in it because it's just way too hot for me to be drinking tea. On top of that, as you can see, I am back up in my own room because my brother thought it was a brilliant idea to put the TV on really loud so I couldn't film downstairs. But yeah, I managed to bring my pillows back up, so I got my nice comfy pillow background. And yeah, let's get this video started. So for today's video, I want to talk to you all about safe binding because it's summer now, and binding safely in summer is really, really important. So first things first, stay hydrated because it gets so hot and you've got something extremely tight around your chest, you're going to sweat more. Let's be realistic here. So it's really, really important you stay hydrated, like me. Yeah, because you're sweating more, you're losing more minerals and salts, so you have to replace that. You have to compensate for all the fluids that you're losing through sweating because of the heat, and that is something very important. In fact, for everybody who's watching this video, whether you bind or not, you must stay hydrated in summer. It's very, very important. As you can probably see, like, I'm not wearing my binder today. In fact, I probably haven't worn it in any of the videos I've filmed so far, just because it is summer here and I struggle a lot wearing my binder in summer because of the heat. I mean, I struggle breathing with it on. I struggle breathing with a bra on a lot of the time when it gets this hot, so I tend to do my best to try not to wear it as much as possible, even though sometimes I do feel that urge that I have to wear it. Being non-binary, I guess that it's not, for me anyway, an obligation to wear a binder. I don't feel I have to wear it. I feel very comfortable with myself a lot of the time without my binder on, but I do get occasional phases or even just like random days where I won't leave the house and do anything unless I have it on. Second thing I want to mention is take breaks if you can, even if it's just when you go to the bathroom for a few seconds or a few minutes. Just try and take it off so you can breathe and stretch a little before putting it back on. It does help. I find it helps. I do that occasionally, because obviously, as you all probably know, there is like an 8-hour recommendation for wearing binders, and I know I don't stick to that. I wear it way more than 8 hours in a row sometimes, and I know that everybody else does as well, which is fine. You can do it. I know that when I do it, I often get a really, really bad back because of the compression, and it's pulling my shoulders forward all the time. So yes, breaks are a good way just to have a few minutes without your binder on, so you can breathe properly and you can stretch. The stretching is really, really important too, so you can make sure that everything's not being completely compressed and ruined. And so yeah, just even if it's just once a day when you're wearing it, everything helps. Next thing I want to talk about is physical activities. So obviously, as we all know, yet again, it's not recommended to do any sort of physical activity when you're wearing a binder. I know some people that do. I try to avoid it because, as I say, I struggle to breathe when I have my binder on. In fact, I have a slight breathing problem when I don't have it on. So yes, don't push yourselves physically, especially in summer because it's hot and you'll get even more dehydrated, and if you're doing something you don't necessarily have the time to stop and get a drink, but be very, very careful, and if you do have to do anything physical, I would highly recommend you take your binder off. So yeah, if you're doing any sort of physical activity, I do recommend that you try and take your binder off if possible, or just, if you really, really can't, just take it as easy as you can, because nobody wants to find you passed out. So, as it's summer and the heat is always abundant, unless you live somewhere where summers are cold, I can guarantee that like summers are definitely far from cold here. That's why, like I said, I don't wear my binder. So the next thing I want to mention is that if you are outside in the sun a lot, try and just take a break and sit in the shade for a little while. I don't know, it all depends on what you're doing, obviously, but try and just go in a shaded area for a little while if you are in the heat all day, because obviously it is cooler in the shade and you'll be able to just take a little break even if you're not taking your binder off. It's a break from the sun, and that's always good. In fact, everybody should do that. If they are outside all day, make sure you do get time in the shade, because obviously nobody wants to get sunstroke or anything else or get completely burnt from the sun. So yes, make sure you stay safe. Make sure you have sun cream on, but that kind of goes for everybody in summer. Make sure you do that, because being burnt is horrible, getting sunstroke is even worse, and I don't want that to happen to anybody really, because it's truly awful. Final thing I want to mention is that if you wear your binder swimming, do try and take breaks as well. Just go and sit in the shade under an umbrella. Take it easy, because it is physical activity, swimming and running about on the beach. It's really, really important, because obviously nobody wants to find you face down in the water because you've passed out because you're wearing your binder. That would be truly, truly horrible. I can't even imagine that happening, but I do know a couple of people who have passed out from wearing their binder, so just be 100% careful when you're binding. So I think that wraps this video up for today. So I think that wraps that video up for today. I'm going to go and probably just edit this video because I'm really late. This should have been up yesterday, but I've just been really, really busy. So on that note, I'm going to go, and I will see you all in the next video. So be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and take care. Bye. So on that note, I am going to go and edit this video because it was meant to be up yesterday, and as you can see, it's still not filmed. So on that note, I think that wraps up this video. So I think that's all I have to say for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a big thumbs up if you did, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. It would be amazing. I want to say a big thank you again to everybody who's already subscribed, and to everybody who leaves comments. It's really, really nice to see everybody's opinions on what they think about all the stuff I talk about. So on that note, I'm going to go. So be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and take care. Bye.